Good morning. This morning meditation is from Psalm 23. It's a psalm that pretty much we're all familiar with. But on this particular morning meditation, I thought that it would be most apt. And the word in this morning meditation is trust the shepherd. It reads as follows: The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. In this particular morning meditation, trust the shepherd. Expository: the Lord is my shepherd. This is basically David saying that the Lord is his stronghold. The Lord is his overseer. As we're like sheep, and he's the shepherd that we follow. I shall not want. David is basically saying here that God is our provider. He's our El Shaddai, our all-breasted one. He's our Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider. I shall not want. No matter how your means may be seemingly to be challenged, God is a provider. God is a sustainer. God is the God that will make a way out of no way. He will prosper you. God can prosper you. God can bless you. No matter what your situation, no matter what depths you have descended to. Verse 2, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. That God can give you peace, that perfect peace, that peace that surpasses all understanding. When others are going through the same situation as you and they're putting their shoes on their head and their hat on their feet, God can give you peace. Said in Greek, he leads me beside the still waters. God can lead you through the many storms and vicissitudes of life that we go through, and God can give you peace. He can give you calm in the middle of the storm. He can give you peace in the midst of chaos. It said he restoreth my soul, that God is a restorer, that he can give you back. He can restore years. He can restore days. He can restore energy. He can restore. He can vindicate you. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Every day that we leave out our front door, I like to say that we see just a little bit more of the book of Revelations coming to pass. But he said, yea, though he walks, the psalmist said, yea, though he walk through such, even seeing the shadow of death itself, that he would fear no evil. You don't have to fear anything. The Lord is your light and your salvation. God is your protector. He said in his word that no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. You got to trust the shepherd. Even when you're looking at your bills and they seem to be stacked so high and your resources are so low, trust the shepherd. Even when you seem to they're setting traps for you at work and they're aiming for you at every turn, trust the shepherd. That's my word to you on today. Trust the shepherd. I feel no, for thou art with me. God is with you. He is your rear guard. He is right beside you. He goes before you. Nobody can pull anything over on our God. I feel no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. There's no comforter like the God that we serve. Trust the shepherd. God can give you peace, even in the midst of your grieving situations, even in the midst of your losses. God can give you back what you once had. Trust the shepherd. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. That God can prosper you in the midst of people that don't like you. God can prosper you in the midst of backstabbers, snitches, and whoever else, people that smile in your face and try to stab you in your back. God can prosper you no matter where you are. He said, even no matter where you are, God can sustain you. God can bless you. God can elevate you right where you are. Trust the shepherd. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest my head. That God has an anointing that's ready to flow off of your head, or God has anointed you for some great purpose, that God is preparing you for some great endeavor that you're doing. God is blessing you. God has singled you out. You have made it on God's calendar. He's preparing a table before you. Romans 8:28. For now we know that all things work together for the good of them who love God, for them who are the called according to his purpose. That word purpose is the word prothesis. It's a setting forth. It's a plan. God's already devised a plan. Trust the shepherd. Even though it looks like you're going down for the count, even like what Joseph did, but his brothers meant for evil, God meant for good. Trust the shepherd. Going to work today, trust the shepherd. All day long, trust the shepherd. Dealing with your bills and dealing with the fear that the enemy is trying to instill in you, trust the shepherd. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. There's no sweeter rest. There's no sweeter deliverance. There's no one that can treat you like our shepherd. God is our sustainer, our battle axe, our way out of no way, our alpha, our omega, our beginning, our end, our way maker, our bridge over troubled waters. But you got to learn to trust the shepherd. The shepherd's looking to provide for you, to lead you, to anoint you, to elevate you today. Trust the shepherd. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my sister.